You pick up a shiny penny. The date reads 2015. You're about to toss it aside until you realize one just like it sold for $14,900. Another reached $11,200 and a third crossed $12,600. Hard to believe? Welcome to the hidden world of modern treasures. Before we dive in, support our effort, subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more amazing coin videos and uncover the secrets hiding in your pocket change. The 2015 Lincoln Shield penny. Simple, modern, familiar. Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, the Union Shield on the back, and the mottos that have stood the test of time. In God we trust, liberty, and e pluribus unum. It's struck mostly at 2 mints. Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D. Each weighs 2.5 grams and is made of 97.5% zinc with a copper plating. Cheap to make, but rich in surprises. In 2015, the mint produced billions of these pennies, over 4.5 billion in Denver alone. So how can one be worth thousands? It comes down to grade, strike, and rarity in perfection. Most coins come out with tiny flaws, scratches, spots, marks, or weak details from the striking process. But once in a while, a penny leaves the mint with absolutely no imperfections. That kind of quality is almost impossible, but when it happens, collectors go wild. A 2015 Lincoln cent graded MS69, read by PCGS, sold for $10,900. Another reached $11,200. A nearly flawless one from the Denver Mint brought $13,300. And the record, a stunning, fiery red 2015 cent with perfect luster, sold for an incredible $14,900. That's nearly $15,000 for a coin worth 1 cent on paper. And it's not just about beauty. It's also about errors and varieties. 2015 was full of small mistakes that turned into big paydays. Collectors have found off-center strikes where part of Lincoln's face is missing, selling for $300, $700. Die cracks across the shield or through Lincoln's bust can bring $100, $250. Clipped planchets, where the coin's edge looks like it's been bitten, sell for $200, $400. And the stars of the year, doubled dies, show extra lines in Liberty or In God We Trust. Those can sell anywhere from $600 to over $1,000, depending on how strong the doubling appears. It's incredible to think that even in an age of digital precision, the mint still produces these small imperfections that become collector's gold. Now let's rewind and appreciate where this story began. The Lincoln penny debuted in 1909, over a century ago, honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, its design evolved from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. And finally, in 2010, the shield reverse was introduced. That shield symbolizes Lincoln's defense of the Union during the Civil War, a reminder that even the smallest coin carries deep national symbolism. By 2015, the Lincoln penny had already outlived many other coin designs. But even then, it wasn't just a piece of change. It was, and still is, a piece of American history, still telling Lincoln's story over 150 years later. Now let's talk about how you can find one. The first step is patience and rolls of pennies. Get them from your local bank and start searching. Look for coins with full red color, no marks, no fingerprints, and strong details on both sides. Avoid cleaning them. Cleaning destroys their mint luster and drops their value instantly. If a coin looks absolutely flawless, or if you spot a mint error, store it carefully in a 2x2 flip or coin capsule. Next, grading. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC. A graded coin in MS68 or MS69. Red can turn a 1C coin into a 10,000 pluses treasure. That tiny plastic holder and label can make all the difference. When you're ready to sell, pick the right place. Common coins are fine for eBay or Facebook Marketplace. But if you've got something special, a high grade or rare error, go for heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections. Those are the auction houses where modern rarities make headlines and hit those 5-figure numbers. Let's imagine this. Someone finds a roll of 2015 pennies in their drawer, unopened since the day it came from the bank. They open it, and one coin catches the light, brilliant, spotless, glowing copper red. They send it in for grading, and it comes back as MS69 red. Weeks later, it goes to auction and sells for $14,900. A 1-cent coin turned into a life-changing story. The 2015 penny is proof that treasure hunting isn't just for old silver or gold coins. Sometimes the biggest rewards are hiding in plain sight. In your change, on your counter, in that jar next to your bed. Because every coin has a story, and some of them are worth far more than their face value. The 2015 Lincoln Shield penny, ordinary in appearance, extraordinary in value. So next time you see a shiny 2015 cent, don't pass it by. Look closer. That tiny detail, that perfect shine, that mint error you almost missed, could be your ticket to $14,900. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the passion alive, because you never know when history might be sitting right there, in the palm of your hand. It's 1943. The world is at war. Steel is powering tanks and ships, and copper is too precious for coins. Then you spot it, a silver grey penny. You flip it over, see the D mint mark, and wonder, could this little wartime coin really be worth $28,000? Or maybe even $180,000 for one in pristine condition? Before we go deeper, support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more amazing coin videos and uncover treasures hiding in your pocket change. Now, the story of the 1943 D steel penny is one of history, science, and pure luck. In 1943, America needed copper for bullets and wires, so the US Mint switched from copper to steel coated with zinc, giving the penny its famous silver color. That year, the Denver Mint struck over 217 million of them. They weigh 7 grams, slightly lighter than copper cents, and they stick to magnets because of their steel core. Most people think they're worthless because there are so many, but condition and error make the difference between 1 cent and thousands. And normal, circulated 1943 D steel penny might fetch 10 to 50 cents, but when it's nearly perfect, the value skyrockets. A coin graded MS68 by PCGS sold for $11,400. Another one hit $17,500. One spectacular example with full luster brought $28,000. And the record, a flawless MS68 Plus Denver piece, stunned collectors at $180,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin from World War II worth more than some cars, all because it survived 80 years in near-perfect condition. But there's more. The 1943 series also hides some of the most famous errors in US history. A few planchets from 1942, made of copper, accidentally got mixed into 1943 production. So instead of steel, a handful of 1943 D pennies were struck in bronze. Those ultra-rare mistakes are the holy grail of pennies. One sold for $840,000, another topped $150,000, and experts believe only a few dozen exist. Collectors also chase minor errors. Off-center strikes worth $200, $600. Double die obverse examples showing extra lines in Liberty, worth $400, $900. Clipped planchets fetching $150, $300. Each flaw tells the story of how coins were rushed out to support the war effort. Think about the time, 1943. Factories running day and night. Every metal rationed. Every second counted. Mint workers striking millions of pennies made from steel. Sheets that sometimes rusted before leaving the facility. That's why most of them show dark spots or dull surfaces today. And why high-grade survivors are so valuable. Imagine holding history from a year when American soldiers landed in Italy and the home front recycled every scrap of metal. That tiny coin in your hand once represented both sacrifice and innovation. So how can you find one that's worth big money? Start by checking old jars, inherited boxes, and estate sales. Steel pennies often turn up mixed with regular copper ones. Use a magnet. If it sticks, it's a normal steel cent. If it doesn't, and it's dated 1943, stop right there. You might have the bronze error worth hundreds of thousands. Next, look at the condition. A coin with a bright, smooth, silvery surface and sharp detail could be a high-grade gem. Don't clean it. Cleaning removes the zinc layer and destroys the value instantly. If it looks promising, send it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Even a modest upgrade in grade can double or triple its auction value. When it comes to selling, common pieces are easy to move on eBay or Facebook groups. But premium coins belong with heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, or great collections, where collectors compete and 5-figure sales happen every year. Now picture this. A man in Colorado opens his grandfather's coin box. Inside, a small grey penny, marked 1943D. He almost gives it to his kid until someone tells him to get it graded. Weeks later, the report comes back. MS68 Plus. The coin goes to auction and sells for $180,000. That's not a story from decades ago. That's what still happens today. The 1943 D steel penny is more than just metal. It's a symbol of a nation at war, of creativity under pressure, and of how value can hide in the simplest things. It's a reminder that even something designed to be ordinary can become legendary. So the next time you see that silver-colored penny, don't ignore it. Check the year, check the mint mark, and check the shine, because that little steel cent might just connect you to one of the most powerful moments in American history, and maybe even put $180,000 in your pocket. Every coin has a story. And the 1943 D steel penny? Its story is forged in steel, sealed in history, and still shining 80 years later.